liberals and conservatives. A quick sample might include the following. In 1865, the radical John Wright famously described the country as the mother of parliaments. At the end of the Second World War, Prime Minister Winston Churchill told the House of Commons, "If it be true, as has been said, that every country gets the form of government it deserves, we may certainly flatter ourselves. The wisdom of our ancestors has led us to an envied and enviable situation. We have the strongest parliament in the world. We have the oldest, the most famous, the most secure, the most serviceable monarchy in the world. King and Parliament both rest safely and solidly upon the will of the people, expressed by free and fair election on the basis of universal suffrage. Thus the system has long worked harmoniously, both in peace and in war." 15th of May, 1945. This was pushing it a bit. It had not always been harmonious, and full universal suffrage had only existed since 1928. But it nevertheless reflected a widely shared view. In the 1950s, André Mathieu, in his French study of British politics, described the British system as an enviable model of democratic government, while adding, "One can only regret that it could not possibly be transplanted to any other country." In their classic comparative study of democracies published in 1963, the American political scientists Almond and Verber identified Britain as the exemplar of a successful civic culture. In similar vein, the political scientist Richard Rose introduced his textbook on the politics of England, yes, England, with the observation that, just as Alexis de Tocqueville travelled to America in 1831 to seek the secrets of democracy, so one might journey to England to seek the secrets of stable representative government. You get the picture. It is not difficult to see why the British model, as it sometimes came to be called, acquired this status. After all, compared with most other societies in Europe, Britain had enjoyed a long and remarkable history of political stability in modern times. Just to take the last 100 years, while countries like France and Germany were regularly making and unmaking their political systems under the impact of war, occupation, extremism, violence, revolution, and tyranny, Britain stayed firmly on the path of parliamentary democracy. This was a remarkable achievement, especially in the turbulent circumstances of the first half of the 20th century. It merited a proper amount of self-congratulation about the unique political skills of the British and the working of its political system. But, as ever, there is more to be said about the Britishness of British politics than this kind of traditional verdict allows for. Up until the time of the French Revolution at the end of the 18th century, it was Britain's revolutionary history that defined its political tradition, and the British had a European reputation, whether admired or abhorred, as a politically volatile people given to regicide and rebellion. Lively and lively, democracy in Britain a reader. In the 17th century, Britain was a pretty bloody place. The struggle for democracy was just that, a struggle. Britain came relatively late to near universal suffrage, only getting there in 1918 after the upheaval of war. It pioneered parliamentary government, but not parliamentary democracy. Nor has the modern period been without its share of turbulence and upheaval, at some moments acutely so. Indeed, in the 1970s, the British model ceased to be the object of envy and emulation and came to be seen for a time as the European basket case, the home of a bitterly adversarial kind of politics that prevented effective policy-making and brought the country to its knees. One does not have to be a doom-monger, wrote the political scientist Anthony King in 1975, to sense that something is wrong with our polity as well as our economy. This is a reminder of a larger point, that political stability of the British kind is not the same as policy success, as the post-war British economic record makes clear. The lines of connection and disconnection in this area are much more complex. Then there is the